Hey everybody, welcome back to the My Bourbon Journey Whiskey Review channel. My name is Scott. Again, thank you so much for tuning in today to another one of my reviews. Today we're going to be diving into from Woodinville Whiskey Company. This is going to be a cask strength single barrel pick that was done by Don's Liquors and Wine out of California. So they're kind of known for doing an awful lot of store picks. I'm a real big fan of what they do. This hopefully will be one of those today. So this is coming in at 120.26 proof or 60.13% ABV. Mash bill on this is going to come in at 72% corn, 22% rye, and 6% malted barley. Age statement, no age statement on this one. And the MSRP is going to be about $80 or so on this, which is a pretty typical price point for a lot of the store picks with the Woodinville cask strength single barrels. This specifically is barrel number 3597 and bottle number 16. So again, from Don's Liquors and Wine out of California. So, all right, let's go ahead and we'll get into the review. Color-wise, as you can see, really nice, deep, rich kind of copper type of color, almost like a mahogany for the most part on that. So really nice color. Move it around in the glass a little bit. Really nice oils on there. Again, help it to kind of open up a little bit, introduce a little bit of air to that as well. So, all right, let's get into the nose. Oh boy, so right away, this really nice, rich, creamy, like fresh caramel note. Followed very quickly by this nice orange citrus note there as well. Really nice rye spice on that. A little bit of heat coming off that as well. Again, 120 proof. So again, take your time with this a little bit. Really nice kind of like rich, like sweet, like kind of tobacco or like a pipe tobacco. Nice butterscotch note there on that as well. More of a fresh dark fruit, not so intense. This is much more of like a fresh strawberry, like a fresh raspberry, something along those lines. It's more of like a bright, fresh fruit than it is more of a concentrated, dry type of fruit. Nice sweet oak there on that. And even a little bit of like a milk chocolate, maybe even like a powdered chocolate, something like that. Little bit of a cherry note just kind of popped out there on that as well. I know I had mentioned before some of the dark fruits, but a cherry note kind of came through there. Also like a nice kind of vanilla buttercream. And a slight hint of an herbal note, more of like a green tea type of note, not a youthful, like a green grass type of note. This is more of an herbal note from the standpoint of like a green tea. So that's kind of nice on that. Maybe a little bit of a mint there as well. Yeah, nice nose so far. So more importantly, let's see how this one's going to taste. Cheers. So what I like to try to do is we'll get one sip in, allow your palate to kind of acclimate a little bit to what it is you're about ready to taste, especially when you're tasting higher proof things, is that you don't want to just dive right into, trying to establish what it is that profile is, based off of one sip. So get your palate kind of coated and acclimated a little bit. My first thought is it's very creamy. And again, it's something typical of a pot still distillation, is that you'll get sometimes this creamier aspect to a whiskey than you will just a standard column still. There's something about that copper pot still that kind of just adds that extra layer of creaminess, maybe a little bit of viscosity, something along those lines. But right away, I mean, like I got on the nose before, you get this really nice, rich, deep, fresh caramel note on there as well. Fantastic spice on it. Really nice kind of sweet oak. There's more of that when I try to associate sweet oak and just maybe a heavier oak. There's just this extra layer of sweetness that kind of follows very quickly into that kind of oak profile, but there's always this sweetness that's kind of behind it versus more of a tannic and or like an oak that can be kind of dry. This is a little bit more on the sweeter side of things. So yeah, that orange note or that orange citrus note is very present in this as well. Again, that butterscotch is there. And one thing I'll say that you'll at times get with a pot still distillation is a slight metallic note. Not that it's off-putting, there's just something that's there that gives you this little hint of a metallic note. It doesn't really truly dominate anything or affect the overall profile. You just get a slight tinge of this metallic kind of note to it. And those fresh dark fruits are there. Maybe even a little bit of a leather note that's there as well. Slight bit of dryness on this one. A little bit more of that mint starts to come through that I've got up before on the nose. But again, the creamy factor, it's very creamy, coats the mouth extremely well. That's nice. I don't think there's any chill filtration or anything like that going on with this one. I don't know that, but the way it's coating my mouth and it did the glass before, I'd be very surprised if there's any chill filtration at all. It wouldn't make any sense to do it on something that's cask strength anyway. Maybe even a little bit of, I don't know if it's maybe as much of like a black or a white pepper. It's not heavy like black pepper where that can be a little bit dominant. This is a little bit more of a subtle pepper, so you maybe get that with a more of like a white pepper type of note. And very late, you start getting more like I got on the nose before. You start to pick up a little hint of that chocolate. This on the palate from a chocolate standpoint is more along the lines of more of like a milk chocolate. There's, again, it's probably part of that creaminess that's there, but there's more of the sweetness of the chocolate that's there than there would be like a baker's chocolate. So yeah, definitely a little hint of pepper there right on the back end. Again, that milk chocolate kind of aspect. Really nice. I mean, I think it's a really nice profile, very sippable. Does not probably drink, I would say, at or near the 120 proof, maybe in that 105, maybe 110 max. But it's very, very easy to drink. The creaminess that's there, I really love that. That caramel, that orange zest or that orange citrus that's there. Nice sweet oaks. A little bit of leather note that's there. Again, the chocolates. Again, I think it's a really, really nice single barrel cask strength bourbon that they've got from Woodinville. So the guys that did the picking, I think did a really, really nice job with this pick. So, you know, really, really nice. I guess if we transition a little bit into the finish, I'd say the finish is probably on the, you know, the longer side of medium. I would probably go as far as saying, you know, long, but again, you get a lot of those nice kind of milk chocolates, that orange citrus that's there, the nice sweet oak, maybe even some like leathers and tobaccos. Little bit on the dry side. That caramel note is definitely present. Really nice whiskey. The rye is really something that started to kind of come through. Was searching for it a little bit, and it's definitely there. I was maybe associating that a little bit more with the oak, but that rye presence in it is definitely starting to come through. And maybe that was a little bit of a touch of the white or black pepper that was there as well, was a little bit more of that rye influence that's there on that. But again, I'd say, I'd go as far as saying it's a nice long finish, but I love how it coats the mouth. Again, finished nice and long. Caramels, vanillas, nice rye spice. A little bit of that milk chocolate, sweet oak, orange zest, orange citrus. Really nice whiskey. Maybe even go as far as, you know, saying it's I don't know, it's a really nice whiskey. A little bit of mint came out there really kind of towards the end on that one. So I think they've done a really nice job. So again, from Woodinville Distilling Company, this is a cask strength single barrel, specifically coming in at 120.26 proof. This is barrel number 3597, bottle number 16, and is a pick from Don's Liquors and Wine out of California. So there you have it. I wouldn't hesitate to pick this up, and consistently with a lot of the picks that people have done with these cask strength single barrels, they've all been really nice. You know, this obviously included in that. So I think, again, they've done a really nice job. I'll have a link in the description below as to if you want this bottle specifically. I'll have it linked in the description below. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for tuning into another one of my reviews. Greatly appreciate all of your support. If you'd like to follow me, you can on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those places at My Bourbon Journey. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can through my Patreon page, which I'll have linked in the description below. Anything regarding any merchandise, I will also have that linked in the description below as well. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my reviews. And as always, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers.